How's it going? It's Rocky. So if you're wondering how I've managed to make $19,000 in the past 9 weeks, stick around and I'll show you exactly what I've been doing to something what I refer to as my 5 to 9 after the 9 to 5. So this is week 29 of me trading the futures market, and the advantage of the futures market is it's open 24/6. So that's why I refer to it as my 5 to 9 after the 9 to 5, because I am able to trade before work and after work, so there's no conflict of interest. So most of my trades are actually done when I am not at my W2 or during my lunch break. So that is why I refer to it as my 5 to 9. And what I have up here is essentially the hourly chart for the entire week, and I wanted to be able to show that I pretty much did a couple of trades towards the beginning, but I was pretty much pushing my luck on a lot of my trades on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, and I actually documented it in some of my social media, so please check out the links that I have up top on the YouTube website. And the fact that I could have lost a whole lot more, but I was lucky enough to get out of there positive, that's when I decided I needed to take a break. So as a trader, whether you're a veteran or you're someone new, sometimes when you're not 100%, either something's going on at work, something personal, or really your headspace is not quite in it, I really highly recommend that you take a break. So I actually took Wednesday and Thursday off from trading, and it wasn't until Friday right here where I have a little short link above where it was at midnight decided to do another trade. But for this week, I actually was pretty chill. I only traded the first half of the week, and I knew, because I know myself, right? So that's one important thing. Always know thyself, and I told myself that, hey, I don't need to force anything. And really I just took a break, especially since the market has been pretty choppy. So here's one of the trade analysis that I'm gonna go through, which is a trade that occurred on Sunday at about 7:15 p.m. and basically I went long. And if you're new, I normally trade with both a time base and a tick base, and recently I've been relying a lot on the tick base chart, which is what you see on the right. And when I entered, I really went long 2 contracts because of this crossover. So I decided to go from red to green, so it's very bullish. Unfortunately, I'm not sure why Thinkorswim is not showing the stochastic RSI here, but normally I would have entered because that was at the overbought side. And obviously with this one, if you look at the time base, you don't really see that one-to-one that I try to look for. However, with this trade, we entered at 31,295 and then was able to exit at 31,328. So essentially that is 32 points. And since I traded 2 contracts, where 1 contract for each point is worth $5, really it's 32 times 10. So this trade here, which about less than an hour, got us about $320 before commissions and fees. And of course, some of you might see on the right here, if I had just left that trade, it could have gone up another 200 points or so, and that would have been $2,000. But that's okay. I've done my fair share of swing trading, and I try to avoid it as much as I can now because my account is big enough that I can now afford shorter runs and it still pays out on the dollar value. So that's one of our trades for the week. Here's another trade that I want to highlight. This one happened during the US market hours. So this happened around 9:55 in the morning in the Pacific Coast. And on the time-based side, essentially, once the crossover occurred here around 9:45, I started paying attention a little bit, and I ended up shorting with just 1 contract. Because at that point, the market was pretty volatile. I only decided to do 1 because I wanted to be conservative. And with this one, if you look at the tick base, the crossover also just occurred, so bearish signal there. And I waited for something more stable on the oversold side on the stochastic RSI. So we did short at 31,345, and then we were able to cover, stopped out really because I placed an OCO at 31,327. So that trade right here was almost 20 points. Really, it's 18 points. So 18 times 5, that's about $90. So again, it's one of those where if you look further after that, You know, we could have gone a lot more with the market really, the volatility, right? It could have gone another 500 points or so. Without one contract with 500 points, I could have made $2,500. But again, I try to protect myself, especially during the daytime, right? Because I have my W-2 that I need to pay attention to, so I can't have this conflict of interest. So I just keep it short. I do this, my little breaks. I just do a quick trade. Now for the account statement, I'm recording this July 22nd, Friday. It's about 10 p.m. in the Pacific Coast. And what we're showing here is from Sunday, July 17th to today, Friday, July 22nd. And if you look at the description here, for this week, I did not pay myself. So I didn't withdraw any money, and I also didn't deposit any money. So it's pretty simple. Something I did want to point out is, I've had some mark-to-market losses. You see here, I had a mark-to-market loss of negative $2,195. You can, like what I mentioned, you check out some of the social posts I made where I really got lucky with the trading this week. So our ending cash for the week is $44,877.47. And our starting cash for the week was $42,914.17. So for the week, happy to say that we are yet again positive. And for the week, we had a net profit of $1,963.30. So really, for the past 9 weeks, if you follow my content, you can always, check out my playlist. If you go on my YouTube account, I have a playlist here that I refer to, the my 5 to 9. If you are curious on the transparency, or you're wondering how in the world did you make $19,000 in the past 9 weeks, you can look through that and you can see the journey that I've gone through. So pretty much, that is an average of almost $2,000 every week. So I think that is quite a good side hustle. But of course, it's not as easy as it seems, because it really isn't. So when you do decide that you want to trade, please be careful. Please paper trade first. Please understand the fundamentals and technicals. And of course, know thyself. It's very important to know yourself when you are trading. But anyway, end rant. I wanted to compare what that would be on a regular 40-hour week in the US. And this week I had an hourly rate of $49.08. And then of course, because we all have different portfolio size, and if you wanted to compare how you're doing, I prefer to do it the percentage way on what our ROI is, or our return on investment. So for this week, where we gain $1,963.30, divide that by our starting cash of $42,914.17, and let's multiply that by 100. Our percentage for the week is 4.58%. All right, thanks for tuning in, and that's how I've made $19,000 for the past 9 weeks, and hopefully we can continue this momentum. I will see you next time, and let me know in the comments if there's anything else you'd like to see, and I do appreciate you watching my content. If you didn't learn or enjoy anything, give me another chance, and hopefully on the next content you like what you see. All right, have a good one.